Morning, Botai. So yesterday we spoke about the halachot of bread, of chametz gamur, of tangible chametz, actual chametz, that becomes putrid before Pesach. The halacha is very clear that if it becomes nifsal me'achilat hakelef, if it becomes inedible even for a dog before Pesach, it is mutar be'ana'ah. Machloket rishonim, if you can eat it or not. La halacha we say not, but obviously in terms of hana'ah, the halacha is that it's mutar. Ta'arovet chametz is the same thing. A chametz mixture is just as asur as actual chametz on Pesach. You can't own it, obviously you can't eat it, you can't benefit from it, but there's one big difference between actual chametz, which we call chametz gamur, and ta'arovet chametz, which is a chametz mixture. Whereas we said that with regards to chametz gamur, it has to be nifsal me'achilat hakelev before Pesach, it has to be inedible to a dog before Pesach in order to derive hana'ah. With regards to ta'arovet chametz, a chametz mixture, da'at Maran HaShulchan Aruch. If you look in Siman Taf Mem Bet, Maran says meforash based on the Rambam that all it needs to be in order to have hana'ah from it on Pesach is nifsal me'achilat adam. It needs to be inedible to a human being. Therefore, a very common issue that comes up with chametz mixtures is pet food. A lot of people have pets, dogs, cats, birds, fish, whatever. So now listen carefully. You won't find in the market any dog, cat, whatever, pet foods with a hashgacha lePesach on it, because the companies that are manufacturing pet food, they're not doing kasher lePesach. They don't have badat tzedach haradit food for dogs. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't happen. Aval, mikol makom, listen carefully. What ends up happening is, many times, there's chametz mixed into the pet food. Now what are you going to say? Oh, it's nifsal me'achilat adam, and therefore it's mutar to retain and feed to the animals on Pesach. That's wrong, because many times the pet food, especially dog and cat food, it may not be very tasty, but by no stretch of imagination can we call it nifsal me'achilat adam. It's not inedible. The person was sometimes this, the food that they make for these pets is human grade, and therefore be'emet, if there's ta'arovet chametz in there, if there's a chametz mixture in there, it would be asur. Bird feed, Rabotai, many times has actual grains over there that were already made chametz, so it's chametz gamur. So you have to be very, very careful. If you look, the Star K guide for Pesach has a section over their pet food. They did research and they found certain pet foods for dogs, cats, birds, whatever it is, that does not contain any ta'arovet chametz, so you should make sure to get those. The only one exception to this rule is fish food. Fish food over there, if you ever opened up, fish flakes, whatever, the things that you pour into the aquarium, forget about tasting, but if you smell it, that's mamash, ze reach shel gehinam mamash. So over there, bivadai, if you taste it, ze Hashem yishmor, that's kaddish. Anyway, so bivadai, there's no question in the world that even though fish eat these things, it is bivadai nifsal me'achilat adam, and therefore, according to Gaon Chametzion, he writes in Or Letzion, Maran Zechron Bracha agreed as well, that any fish food, those fish flakes that are putrid, are mutar to use on Pesach, even if it contains a ta'arovet chametz. So that's with regards to that, a very important halacha. Have a wonderful day.